Have you ever noticed that when you stop trying hard to fix things, things start falling in place on their own? Sometimes silence, not reaction, not words, not control, is the most powerful tool that you have. In this video, we're going to be talking about why staying silent can help you find peace, clarity, and the alignment that you want in life. You learn how silence helps you to master your emotions, communicate more effectively, and attract what's truly meant for you naturally. If you've ever felt the urge to constantly explain yourself, argue your point, or rush to solve everything, then this video is for you. If you're in love with this topic, please give this video a like, share it onto others that will be needing it, and stick with me to the very end because you want to get every detail of what I'm about to share with you. And if you're ready with me on this one, let's just get straight into it. First thing I'll be sharing with you is the hidden power of silence. Most people misunderstand silence. They think silence means weakness, passivity, or avoidance. But in truth, silence is strength under control. When you remain silent, you are not giving up. You are giving space. Space for emotions to settle, space for clarity to emerge, space for truth to reveal itself. Think about nature. A seed doesn't grow because you keep shouting at it. It grows in stillness, beneath the soil, in silence. And in life, it's the same. When you stop overreacting, over-talking, and over-analyzing, growth begins. Silence helps you process your emotions instead of projecting them. It helps you hear what others are not saying. It helps you to reflect before reacting. And it also helps you to respond from strength and not from impulse. Next thing I'll be sharing with you is silence and emotional control. Emotional control doesn't mean you don't feel or you don't have feelings. It only means you don't allow your feelings to control you. Silence gives you the pause you need to master that skill. When someone says something that triggers you, silence creates distance between the stimulus and your response. That space is where wisdom lives. For example, when somebody insults you, the natural urge that comes to you is to defend yourself or attack. But when you stay silent, two things happen. You disarm the person's power because they can't feed off your reaction. You retain your dignity because you refuse to let emotions dictate your behavior. This is emotional mastery in its purest form. Remember, silence isn't about suppression. It's about direction. To understand, not outward, to explode. The next thing I'll be sharing with you is silence in communication. Great communicators knows the value of silence. It's not about saying the right words, it's about saying less with more meaning. Silence does three powerful things in communication. It creates presence. People lean in when you pause. They feel your composure. Another thing is that it builds respect. You show that you don't rush to fill the air with noise. And also it reveals truth. Let me tell you, silence exposes people, their intentions, their emotions, and their motives. Think of negotiation experts or wise leaders. They don't speak first. They listen, observe, and let the other person reveal more through their words. That's not manipulation, it's awareness. So when you pause before responding, you are not being slow, you are just being smart. The next thing I'll be sharing with you is how silence helps you grow. We live in a world that glorifies noise, opinions, notifications, and constant input. But silence is where real growth happens. When you stay silent, you start hearing the voice of your intuition, your inner guide that gets drowned out by daily distractions. Here is what happens when you practice silence. You become more self-aware, You gain patience. You develop clarity of thought. You build emotional maturity. Silence is where your mind and heart reconnect. It's where you stop reacting to the outside world and start understanding your inner one. For example, when something goes wrong, instead of instantly venting or blaming, sit with it. Ask, what is this teaching me? That's how silence turns pain into wisdom. Next thing I'll be sharing with you is how to practice the art of silence. So these are the simple ways that you can integrate silence into your everyday life. First one is morning stillness. Before reaching for your phone, at least sit 5 minutes and be still. No music, no thoughts, just breathe. Another way is to pause before you reply. Whether it's a text, an argument, an email, wait before reacting. Another thing is to listen to understand. In conversations, focus entirely on what's being said without a need to reply. Another thing you can do is silent walks. Take a walk without headphones. Let your mind process freely. Another one is the end of day reflection. Instead of scrolling, spend a few minutes sitting in silence, asking yourself, what did I learn today? The more you practice this, the more natural your responses and decisions become. Because silence creates space for your true self to speak. The last thing I'll be sharing with you is when to use silence and when not to. Silence is golden, they say. Yes, but there are certain times that you don't need to be silent. So silence isn't always the answer. There's a difference between wise silence and fearful silence. So use silence when you need time to think and cool off. Use silence when words will only make things worse. Use silence when you're listening deeply to others. But don't use silence to avoid confrontation entirely. Don't use silence to suppress your emotions forever. Manipulate others through withdrawal. In these cases, you should speak up. True silence is conscious, not defensive. It's not about running from expression. It's about mastering timing. When you learn to stay silent, not from fear, but from strength, life begins to flow more naturally. You start attracting peace, understanding, and even better outcomes. Because silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. In that space of stillness, you connect with who you truly are. And that alignment makes everything come together effortlessly. The next time you feel the urge to react, prove, or even explain, make sure you pause, stay silent, and watch how life starts to work for you and not against you. If you found this video very helpful, please give this video a like, share on to others that have been needing it, and in my comment section down below, please let me know which of these points hit you the most. And on my end screen here, you'll find a video here that promises you great insight. Do well to watch it. Thank you so much, my amazing subscribers. Thank you for coming to watch my videos. And if you are new to this channel, of course, subscribe. I promise you awesome content all the time. And until I see you in my next video, have an amazing day ahead, and bye for now.